Herzlich willkommen zu unserem Webinar zur Space-Industrie in der Slowakei. Die Space-Industrie bietet viele Marktchancen für Unternehmen, die in der Weltraumindustrie beheimatet sind, aber nicht nur für diese. Auch für Unternehmen aus der Elektronik, aus dem Maschinenbau, aus der Softwareentwicklung bieten sich viele neue Marktchancen. Mit dem 1.2. gibt es in der Slowakei ein neues Space-Gesetz. Und dieses Space-Gesetz wird auch als Motor für Innovationen und Technologien bezeichnet. Wir möchten diese Gelegenheit ergreifen und Ihnen heute mit Ihnen gemeinsam beleuchten, welche Möglichkeiten sich daraus ergeben können für die Kooperation. Wir haben dafür Top-Experten zu uns ins Außenwirtschaftszentrum Bratislava eingeladen. Und ich bedanke mich bei Ihnen sehr, dass Sie sich die Zeit nehmen und dass Sie mit uns gemeinsam diese neuen Entwicklungen entdecken werden.
Wir starten jetzt mit Frau Dr. Stessel. Frau Dr. Stessel ist auf Space-Recht spezialisierte Rechtsanwältin und Managing Partner in der Rechtsanwaltskanzlei DLA Piper, eine global agierende Rechtsanwaltskanzlei mit einem Schwerpunkt in der Weltraumtechnologie, im Weltraumrecht. Die Kanzlei ist tatsächlich stark auch in der Gestaltung der Raumweltlandschaft beteiligt und namhafte Unternehmen zählen zu ihren Mandanten. Sie selbst ist eine anerkannte Expertin, besonders in der Slowakei. Und ich darf Sie jetzt bitten, uns über das Space-Gesetz zu berichten.
Freut mich sehr, dass ich Sie heute hier in den ersten 15 Minuten durch das slowakische Weltraumrecht geleiten darf. Ich werde hier auch im Schnellgang Folien überspringen, um gleich immer zu den richtigen Folien zu kommen, zu denen ich etwas sagen werde. Ich möchte gleich damit beginnen, dass sich die Slowakei natürlich sehr bewusst ist, welche Bedeutung die Weltraumwirtschaft global hat und natürlich auch für sie und insbesondere auch für die Slowakei. Und deshalb hat es sich zum Ziel gesetzt, auch ein Rechtswerk zu schaffen, das neue Space-Gesetz, das genau die Förderung von Raumaktivitäten regulieren wird. Die Slowakei hat eine langjährige Raumfahrthistorie. Schon in den 70er Jahren noch in der Tschechoslowakei war der erste tschechoslowakische Kosmonaut, Herr Remek, der ins All geflogen war, 1978. Und die weiteren Bemühungen waren dann mit der Mission Mir im Jahre 1999 mit Ivan Belaš als Kosmonaut, der damals für die Slowakei geflogen ist. Seit 2022 ist die Slowakei ein assoziiertes Mitglied der Europäischen Weltraumorganisation ESA und es wird ein vollwertiges Mitglied in absehbarer Zukunft. Ein kurzer Überblick hier auf der ersten Slide, welche International Treaties, alles in englischer Sprache, für die Slowakei verbindlich sind, wo sie als Unterzeichner sich verpflichtet hat, diese Treaties einzuhalten und welche Principles und Resolutionen und Declarations für die Slowakei anzuwenden sind. Hier weitere Bestrebungen vielleicht hervorzuheben, dass die Slowakei auch die Artemis Accords unterzeichnet hat. Die sind zwar ein non-binding legal instrument, haben aber etwas ganz Wichtiges zum Inhalt, nämlich eine friedensvolle Nutzung des Weltraums, das für die Slowakei auch sehr hohen Stellenwert hat, dieses Prinzip. Ganz zum Schluss auf dieser Folie sehen Sie noch die Entwicklungen zum europäischen Space Act, zum europäischen Weltraumgesetz. Hier soll laut meinen jüngsten aktuellen Informationen ein erster Entwurf endlich nach langer Zeit im zweiten Quartal 2025 publiziert werden. Allerdings ist zu beachten, dass der legislative Prozess sicher noch 1 bis 2 Jahre, wahrscheinlich 2 Jahre andauern wird, bevor ein solches europäisches Regelungswerk, das für alle Mitgliedstaaten gelten wird, dann in Kraft tritt. Ganz wichtiger Bestandteil des Space Legal Frameworks ist natürlich auch Space Traffic Management. Hier nochmals die 2 Kosmonauten, von denen ich vorher schon kurz gesprochen habe. Wichtig auch, gemeinsam mit dem Package, das neue slowakische Space-Gesetz seit 1.2.2025, im Dezember 2024 wurde auch eine slowakische Space Strategy 2030 Plus beschlossen von der Regierung und hier wurden Ziele festgelegt, die für die Slowakei, für die slowakische Regierung ganz wichtig sind. Zusammenarbeit verstärkte mit der ESA. Natürlich das Ganze soll den Effekt haben, um die wirtschaftliche Entwicklung und das Wachstum anzugreifen. Aber R&D, also Forschung und Bildung, ein ganz wichtiger Punkt, von dem wir auch heute noch viel hören werden, was sich tut in der Slowakei. Und natürlich die Infrastrukturentwicklung als wichtigste Hauptziele der slowakischen Space Strategy. Nun zum Gesetz als solches, also wie gesagt, in Kraft getreten mit 1. Februar 2025 und die Slowakei ist hiermit der 12. Mitgliedstaat in der Europäischen Union, der sich damit rühmen darf, ein eigenes Gesetz für Weltraumaktivitäten zu haben und im Gesetz selbst sind sämtliche internationale Verträge und Abkommen, die für die Slowakei verpflichtend sind, auch eingearbeitet und transponiert. Das heißt also, hier wird mehr oder weniger auch internationales Recht in der Slowakischen Republik dann gelebt. Und um die wichtigsten Punkte festzuhalten, es wird hier es wird festgelegt, dass Aktivitäten im Weltraum nur aufgrund einer erteilten Genehmigung durchgeführt werden können. Es wird eine Regresshaftung geregelt für Schäden, die durch den Betreiber eines Weltraumobjekts entstehen, und zwar eine Regresshaftung durch den Staat. Es wird die Aufsicht geregelt in dem Gesetz und es gibt ein eigenes Weltraumobjektregister, auch ganz wichtig. Wie gesagt, der Impact, den es haben soll. Vielleicht zum Gesetz nun im Detail. Um eine Genehmigung zu erlangen, muss ein schriftlicher Antrag gestellt werden. Es handelt sich hier um ein ordentliches Verwaltungsverfahren und der Antragsteller muss bestimmte sicherheitstechnische, umweltrechtliche und sonstige Anforderungen erfüllen. Es wird auch eine sogenannte individuelle Lizenz oder Einzelgenehmigung für eine Frequenznutzung verlangt. Das ist ein Bestandteil des Antrages und eine Vorbedingung. Und der Antrag selbst wird an die zuständige Behörde, nämlich das Verkehrsministerium der Slowakischen Republik, gestellt. Sie sehen hier auf der Folie auch, welche genauen Inhalt dieser Antrag haben muss. Es muss der Betreiber identifiziert werden, es muss die Aktivität ganz genau beschrieben werden und es werden in der Genehmigung dann auch ganz klar festgelegt die Bedingungen, zu denen die Genehmigung erteilt werden kann, ob sie vollständig ist oder beschränkt und natürlich auch die Dauer der Genehmigung. Wie erwähnt, die Slowakei hat auch ein Weltraumregister, das ist öffentlich zugänglich auf einem Link, den jeder einsehen kann. Derzeit ist der Stand, es gibt 4 Weltraumobjekte, die schon registriert sind. Die wurden zwar noch in der Zeit registriert oder beziehen sich auf Objekte, die schon vor dem Inkrafttreten des Gesetzes quasi verwendet wurden. Und laut meinen Informationen, informellen mit dem Verkehrsministerium, werden in den nächsten 1 bis 2 Jahren 1 oder 2 weitere Registrierungen vorgesehen oder erwartet. Also das war so mein Wissensstand vor einigen Monaten. Ja, wie gesagt, die offizielle Webseite im Verkehrsministerium beinhaltet den Link zu diesem Register. Wichtig ist, die Slowakei registriert Weltraumobjekte, für die die Slowakische Republik der Startstaat ist. Ja, ganz wichtig. Eine wichtige Regelung im Gesetz, natürlich auch, die in vielen anderen internationalen Verträgen ähnlich zugrunde liegt, aber doch im Detail ein bisschen anders in der Slowakei. Aber lassen Sie mich hier die Grundsätze sagen. Also wie gesagt, die Slowakei sieht vor, eine Regresshaftung des Staates, sollte es zu einer Schädigung kommen durch die Nutzung eines Weltraumobjektes. Es ist vorgesehen, dass ein Betreiber eine Haftpflichtversicherung abschließen muss im Wert von 60 Millionen Euro mit einem Versicherer. Von dieser Haftpflichtversicherungspflicht kann nur abgesehen werden, wenn das Weltraumobjekt weniger als 100 Kilogramm schwer sein sollte und wenn es aus Material konstruiert sein sollte, das bei einem Rückeintritt in die Atmosphäre nicht verbrennbar sein wird. Das ist ein Punkt, das habe ich mit mehreren Kollegen in der EU schon besprochen. Hier unterscheiden wir uns ein bisschen und das wird auch Gegenstand meiner nächsten juristischen Abhandlung sein, die ich mit einem sehr lieben Kollegen plane zu publizieren. Und dazu wird es sicher noch Stimmen aus der Praxis geben, wie das angewendet werden wird in der Praxis. Aber hoffentlich ist das ja nur ein theoretischer Fall, den wir hier besprechen. Ja, wie gesagt, einer der nächsten Punkte, das Gesetz regelt auch die Aufsicht der Weltraumaktivitäten, wie wir schon gesagt haben. Das Verkehrsministerium ist die Aufsichtsbehörde. Es gibt dann aber auch besondere Fälle, in denen als Aufsichtsbehörde das Verteidigungsministerium vorgesehen ist. Also das wären dann diese Military National Security Interference, also diese Schnitte zwischen Defense und Space, was auch einer meiner Tätigkeitsschwerpunkte ist in meiner Arbeit als Anwältin. Also die Aufsicht. Für Ordnungswidrigkeiten, das ist vielleicht noch wichtig hervorzuheben, sieht das Gesetz Bußstrafen vor, Geldbußstrafen, die können sich im Rahmen von 5.000 bis 50.000 Euro bewegen und es kann natürlich dann auch sein, dass Genehmigungen genommen werden und entzogen werden, wenn es zu einem gesetzwidrigen Verhalten kommen sollte. Ja, hier nochmal vielleicht auch in Bezug auf die Regulierungen, auf die Bestimmungen im Space-Gesetz im Slowakischen, welche internationalen Verträge hier, was die Haftung betrifft, zugrunde liegen. Das ist insbesondere das Übereinkommen über die internationale Haftung für Schäden durch Weltraumobjekte und dann ganz wichtig das Übereinkommen über die Registrierung von in den Weltraum gestarteten Objekten. Einige meiner Aktivitäten noch. Und vielleicht ganz zum Schluss ein paar abschließende Worte. Ich hoffe, ich bin gut in der Zeit. Ja, also die Slowakei ist sich dessen ganz bewusst, dass die Space-Industrie ein neuer Motor ist, der ganz dem globalen Trend entspricht, nicht nur aus wirtschaftlichen und industriellen Gründen, aber nicht zuletzt auch aufgrund der geopolitischen Situation aus Sicherheitsaspekten. Einer der Schwerpunkte, der wahrscheinlich auch in der Slowakei vermehrt eine Rolle spielen wird im Bereich Space und Space-Industrie, ist die Überlappung von Weltraumwirtschaft, New Space Industry mit Defense, also mit Verteidigung. Diesen Trend wird natürlich auch die Slowakei voll mitmachen und auf das freue ich mich schon. Vielen Dank.
Herzlichen Dank, Frau Dr. Stessel, für den Überblick über die rechtlichen Rahmenbedingungen, die Sie sich jetzt sehr dynamisch entwickelt haben in letzter Zeit in der Slowakei.
Wir werden jetzt in die englische Sprache wechseln. I would like now to welcome again Mr. Brichter from the Slovak Space Office and would like to ask you to introduce to us the Slovak ecosystem in the space industry and also maybe you can show us some opportunities for cooperation in the future.
Thank you very much. Once again, many thanks to Advantage Austria for inviting and to Dr. Tessa for outlining the legal aspects and for the great work we've had in the area of supporting startups and other activities in Slovakia. In the next couple of minutes, I will dive deeper in the Slovak space sector, the key areas of technological competences, our activities, and of course, area for collaboration. I will start with simply outlining how the space governance is covered in our country. Unlike in some larger countries with larger space governance infrastructure, in our case the Slovak Space Office is a brand that unites two ministries and two small departments at two ministries. One is at the Ministry of Education, which is covering the policy side, and the other one is at the Ministry of Economy, which is conducted by the Slovak Investment and Trade Development Agency. So in our case, we are taking care of three key pillars of activities. So first of all, it's comprehensive space sector or space ecosystem development activities ranging from sector entry consultancy for terrestrial technological companies, working with startups from idea creation phase through hackathons and idea creation activities, through our incubation program Spaceport, and then scaling up support. I'm happy to say that also we are now currently preparing the launch of the first Slovak e-Subic that will complement these activities and add one more important element to our startup creation activities. Secondly, it's the area, or within the sector development still, it's the area of technology transfer support, so helping bridging business with academia, creating regional clusters, and last but not least, helping private investors to enter the field as a vital part of the space ecosystem. Our second key area of activity is international collaboration. That's also why I'm here today. We are working on creating important network with international partners that we then can use to help our companies and our researchers to enter international consortia and value chains. We are working here not just with our institutional counterparts, but also directly with some of the largest industry players in Europe and beyond. We are also working on outreach activities that are mainly focused on working with the public and also with youth to secure the growth and necessary talent pool for our future growth of the space sector. So just very briefly about the international setup, because this is obviously very important in a sector as space. As it was already outlined, Slovakia is associate member of European Space Agency, which is the key opportunity how Slovak and Austrian companies and research institutions can conduct joint projects through one of the either optional programs that Slovakia is part of, which is focused on hardware, on Earth observation and space safety, or through more generic request party activity calls, which are being conducted annually and are open to any topics that can be of interest to the European Space Agency. Secondly, it's of course also the European Union, which offers a framework of Horizon Europe calls, which are of a strong interest to Slovak companies, and also Cassini-oriented activities of EU-SPA. So in case you are working in either of these two areas, the ESA-focused activities or EU-focused activities, and you would like to explore your collaboration possibilities with Slovak counterparts, we'll be happy to learn about it and help you identify the right people here in our country. About the Slovak space ecosystem currently, so we have right now a bit more than 50 companies directly involved in space economy. The strongest domains are Earth observation from the downstream perspective, and satellite hardware, or more generally space hardware on the upstream part. In the Earth observation is a very broad variety of both technological aspects and types of data, from INSAR, infrared, optical imaging, meteorological data, etc. And also from the perspective of utilization and application fields, from agriculture through forestry to smart cities, smart transportation, critical infrastructure, energy, etc. From the perspective of space hardware, the domains or the subdomains are in the mechatronical components, in sensors, in robotic components, and others. There are also some more niche domains. So as I mentioned, we have also one of the optional programs subscribed for space safety, here with mainly focusing on space weather and space situation awareness, and domains such as cybersecurity, biotechnologies, or ground segment or material engineering and production solutions being among other rising fields with some good representation. We are also working, as I outlined in our activities, with companies that can be brought to the space sector. So not just with new ventures and startups, but also with spin-offs of academic institutions, which in Slovakia case have decades and decades of relevant experience ranging back to 1970s, early 1970s, when there were already engineers working on satellite payloads, then developed under many well-known programs like Rosetta, Julius, or maybe Colombo. And last but not least, the important potential source being the terrestrial companies, since in Slovakia we have a very strong base of high-tech and mid-tech industries, and namely areas as high-precise machinery, electronics, or software development, which are basically the backbone of the current space industry. So here I will just very briefly skip. There are basically all the technical universities that are currently already involved both in research and the educational side. And I already mentioned our activities from the perspective of what we do. This is what we have done so far. So our agency has been involved in space sector development since 2019. First 2 years we were conducting these activities under the investment project department. Since the growth of the Slovak space sector was 150% from 20 to more than 50 currently. 25 of these companies came through our hands through our incubation program or sector entry consultancy or other activities. And I'm also happy to say that in these past 6 years, 60 specific international local projects were created also with our support. This is just a snapshot of some of our international involvements. You can meet us in Europe at the main industry events, but also beyond. So we are very active with the global community for the International Astronautical Federation. This is a snapshot of our talent building and startup building activities, starting actually already with secondary schools through the CANSET competition, then through our hackathons and our aforementioned incubation program. This is how to stay in touch with us. We have mostly activity for the foreign audience at our LinkedIn and our webpage, and a very good source of information is the Space Industry in Slovakia brochure that you can find on our website, download, and it's a great source of basic information on what is possible to do with the Slovak space sector. If you have any specific request or question on top of what you can find there, you can always reach out to us. So just to wrap up, I would like to say that there was never better time to do space with Slovakia. It's the unprecedented international connectivity. So the associate membership with ESA allows us currently to go for the large-scale European projects, also complemented with EU and its Horizon calls and Cassini activities. There is very little we could not do together with Austrian counterparts. There is also unprecedented funding and framework availability. So the funding in space activities has been growing over the past years, and this year it was even complemented by a complete national call and even success of a strong space consortium in broader technological calls. And as was already mentioned, important frameworks that are now already in place as the Space Act and the Space Strategy. Last but not least, very important, the availability of young talent, which is on the rise as well, as we see strong increase in interest as early as in secondary schools. Basically doubled the number of teams that were that are participating in our secondary school activities from last year to this one, and we see really a strong increase in interest by the technological faculties and technical universities, both in research and in education, which makes sure that our growing industry will have in coming years sufficient pool for the new talent. So once again, never better time to do space with Slovakia, and we'll be happy to be your door to Slovak space. Do not hesitate to reach out to us and to suggest your ideas, what you would like to do with new international partners. Always happy to support new partnership creation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Director, for this comprehensive overview of the Slovak ecosystem and what importance it has beyond the space industry itself. Just an information, because I think some of the slides could not be seen properly or entirely. We will be sending all the slides and the presentations in an email to you after the webinar. Yes, we have heard about the importance of the industry for the whole technological area. I would like to switch now to our round here with company representatives and start with Mr. Gala. Mr. Gala, who is the organizer of the regular conference in space industry in Slovakia. Could you outline to us what your conference means to the industry and what is your goal by organizing it?
Yes, so thank you very much for inviting me. Our conference basically became as an idea that we as organizers strongly believe that the space industry is basically the new internet. What happened with the internet in the 90s is happening in the space industry right now. So aim of our conference is basically bring at the one hand space industry and people from this area, but also people which are not currently connected to this industry. So institutional partners, big corporations, and create a mix where they can find out what space industry can bring to them, and also the space companies can find new opportunities for partnerships and deals.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And can you maybe also mention some of the industries who are very well presented? Companies from which industries?
You mean Slovak ones or the international ones?
International and Slovak.
Yeah, of course. Yes. Participants at our conference are usually the big space companies, as Airbus, OHB. This year there will be representatives from NATO and also from the Slovak side. We do have a mix of software companies, hardware companies, and also the academia partners. So our idea of the conference is to give them a comprehensive look at the space industry and also about the partnership possibility, not just with the Slovak companies, but broader V4 region.
So it's a whole international networking that takes place.
Yes, we are trying to do that.
Thank you very much. We will have the occasion to speak later. Mr. Mazar, you are senior product manager with TT Tech Computer Technik AG, Austrian company, active in Slovakia as well. Mm-hmm. How did your company discover activities in space?
Yeah, so maybe some short introduction what we are doing and how we came actually into the space sector. So TT Tech Computer Technik, company based in Vienna, actually was founded as a spin-off from the Technical University of Vienna. So it's a technological company developing the technologies for the so-called safety critical applications in different type of industries. So all applications that need to really work or operate properly under any conditions actually can benefit from the technology developed by TT Tech. And to be more specific, for aerospace and space industry, typical systems or applications where our technology is used are onboard avionic systems used in the commercial aircrafts, really ensuring the safe flight and operation of the airplanes. And in space, the most prominent applications are, for example, the data networks and avionics used in the new European launcher, Ariane 6, or the program which brings the humans back to the lunar surface and allows them to explore the moon, called Gateway and Artemis. And TT Tech actually from beginning developed the technologies that are used, let's say, in the safe critical applications to really ensure this type of, let's say, for example, bringing to people safe to the moon and back. So this is how actually TT Tech started to also work for the space sector because of benefits of the technology to be used in this type of missions.
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to give the opportunity to Mr. Jančo to present the company M2M as well before we go into your cooperation, which you hold together. Okay. Mr. Jančo, you are the CEO of M2M Solutions. Your company is an innovative company in supply chain management, yes, and beyond, as far as I understood. And you are using Industry 4.0 standards.
Yes.
So maybe can you explain to our participants what your company is doing in the application area of space?
Okay. Okay. So first of all, our company M2M Solution was founded in 2010, and we really focus to logistics, to support logistics, because in Slovakia there are many manufacturers, and then there is many logistics going on, and logistics is something nobody wants. If you buy the washing machine, you don't want to pay for logistics, for the moving material, so it has to be really eliminated and very effective. So it's a big potential for us as technology company to bring new technologies in order to support logistics. So what we do actually, we are, for example, navigating trucks on the roads to meet the target in the company. We are having warehousing. We are doing autonomous robots for intralogistics. And in fact, in some cases, we are responsible for bringing material to the production line. So we are covering all logistics, and space is also logistics. A little bit different, more complex, but to lead a technology company, you need very good source of talents. Yeah? Therefore, we are teaching at the university, and we are trying to have really great projects to keep people in Slovakia. It's very hard. Mm-hmm. They are leaving to Czech Republic everywhere. Yeah. So it was really important for us to find a really nice project, which will support also our commercial activities, and that's why we started with space. First project we find by ourselves as a diversification of our logistic knowledge to the space, and then I met Michal Brichta, and he's doing really great job in networking in Slovakia, and then we find some way to Ivan. We met together, and somehow, I don't know why, he was willing to speak to me quite a long time. It took, I would say, more than a year. I don't know what he saw in us. Maybe we were really capable to develop something. We were good in embedded development. We had knowledge in autonomous driving, working for automotive sector, and also doing some hardware. It's what I think. But I saw the TT Tech, which was really, for me, big player. I knew him from the past, from the automotive, because they are quite known in automotive area. So it took him more than 1 year to persuade me to start to do something with drones, and then we find fantastic project we are in, with the drones, And Ivan is the guy who brings us to really big projects, to cooperation with DLR, and now I can say that we are working on drone to Mars with Ivan and some other guys from Western Europe. So this is our story, and I just want to thank you, both of these guys. Without them, we wouldn't do any space activity.
Very good. A real success story then, and you are on the journey together.
Yeah, definitely. So what I can say for TT Tech, we were looking, let's say, now we see in the aerospace industry and also in the space industry a lot of new innovative applications. So, for example, the so-called, let's say, urban air mobility, so new systems how to use the so-called UAVs or UAMs also for the transportation in the cities, in the space, the new transportation systems. And we wanted to actually use our technology in combination with some innovative technologies like provided by M2M to do a demonstrator of such system, which really would work in a very high reliable way and be able to operate also in space on the, for example, on the Mars as a planet. So we know already applications of the NASA space drone. They are already flying or have flown on the Mars. So actually this was a good match, which also was based on the, let's say, the context provided by Slovak Space Office, where we we're looking for the innovative companies from Slovakia to start to work on such a collaborative project. And that's where we are today.
Good. Thank you very much. Mr. Janču, as you said, you were convinced to do this project together and also do activities in
I would
space.
do anything what Ivan would say if I would be capable, yeah.
And can you use, because you're not only active in space area, can you use your experiences you collect in the space activities
exactly.
also in other business areas?
Yes. For example, this project we do, this drone to Mars, there is a similarity between warehouse and different planet like Mars. There is no GPS. Yeah, so you don't know where you are actually. That there are few technologies which can help but are not perfect. And the perfect technology is what I believe what we are working on right now for the Mars, and for sure we will use it for the warehouses. Our use case is that we would like to let the drone to do the stock taking in the warehouse to control the safety. If all boxes are correctly put, if there is no damage, that something will fall down on the heads of the operators. So yes, we really focus our research and development activities to be able to use it in the commercial sector. And it has also advantage for space, because if we are working on some AI activities or even other types of software, we are capable to do heavy testing of the technology in warehouse, which usually if you are just coding something for space, you cannot. Mm-hmm. So I feel that we have added value for this project, hopefully, yeah. Also in case of testing and having the bulletproof software in the end, because if you are in Mars already, you cannot simply go there and change the software. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I see. And Mr. Gala, but also to all of you, the question: where do you see the greatest potential at the moment for an international or for a company coming from abroad, for example, from Austria, to find a cooperation in Slovakia? Where would you see the most probability or potential?
Yeah, so I would say that the Slovakia is basically car manufacturer of the Europe. So and honestly, as organizers, we do believe that the logic of space industry is a little bit changing from big projects like big telescopes into the more serious production of smaller activities. So therefore, I do think that here in Slovakia, we do have the concentration of the know-how manufacturing capacities, and from these experiences and know-how, we can see a company like M2M emerge and go beyond than just simply supporting those companies or those corporations, and they are developing new and innovative approaches on top of these use cases they already do have. So I do think that at a very small area, there is a great mix of people, talent, capacity to produce and to test the new ideas, and therefore we believe that this might be the competitive advantage of not just Slovakia, but let's say this region around Vienna, Bratislava, and Danube in general.
Yeah, maybe to add my view, so I see 2 points, or let's say what is important also for us. Actually, why we like to cooperate also with the Slovak companies is both countries, Austria, Slovakia, are, let's say, rather smaller country also on the European space market. So to really play a good role in such big missions or big programs, so it's important to partner, to work on the joint projects, to benefit from local capabilities. And that's what we also see as a second point. So this really, now with the development of the space, Slovakian space industry, let's say, this strong innovative mindset. So there is a lot of companies, there is just strong interest on the space market, which is the space technologies are now everywhere. We use them in everyday life. And also there is I would say, big momentum on the space market today. So there is a lot of companies with new ideas or already existing technologies and ideas how to use it for the space applications. So I think both sides can really benefit from this collaboration, because we are both, let's say, small enough, so do not have all the capabilities like the big countries, like, for example, the US or France or other countries. So, but with the joint forces, we can develop the systems that are then really used in the joint missions. And just the last note, probably you know, so the both countries, Austria, Slovakia, signed the so-called NASA Artemis Accord, which is basically agreement on the collaboration on the Gateway Artemis missions, with the main goal to bring the humans back to the moon. So to not only to explore it as a one-shot like Apollo missions, but to stay there for a longer time, to build the infrastructure. So there is a big room for development of the new technologies that will really help to mankind to go to the moon and also beyond, to the Mars later, to develop the technologies that will help to survive them, to explore, to live on the other planets. So I think this is a really also very interesting field or motivational things also for the young generation of the engineers or young companies to participate on this.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much. Mr. Janci, would you like to add something?
I would start with comparing or what ESA is trying to do. So ESA is trying to compete with NASA, yeah. But NASA has maybe 5 times higher budget than ESA, yeah. So ESA have to do many things different way, and we know that it's possible to do it different way because Elon Musk told us, yeah. His approach is totally different. It's very low cost and it works somehow, yeah. He's a reliable partner right now. And I believe that Slovakia can be this point which can help ESA to make things different. Because if you think about Slovak 100 years ago, we were shepherds on the meadows, taking care of our sheep. Now we are here and we are really capable to do things with very low budget. Also, my company is not having external investors. We basically from air made a company which is now having turnover 7 million euros. So we are capable really think twice and make things easy way. And this could be really beneficial for ESA.
I would like to thank all the speakers for their valuable contributions. Mr. Gala, Mr. Maza, Mr. Jancho, and especially Mr. Brichter, who sits opposite of me, Mr. Brichter and Mrs. Stessel. Thank you very much for coming to our office today.